Hi everyone, it's great to be able to report to you from our first day of our research and development trip on the east coast of the USA. It's been an amazing day. It has been a very snowy day. So unfortunately we were meant to meet two schools, but we could only go to see one because the other school was closed because of the snow. So as you can see from these pictures, it was very snowy indeed, and so we had lots of time in the snow. However, we did go out to Renaissance Charter School, which is a small K-12 school, has just over 500 students, and we really had a really inspiring time. It was great to see. So they have a really strong focus on school culture at their school, and I think for most of us that was really the highlight. They're really focused on developing teacher and teacher relationships and making sure that everyone trusts each other like a family. The relationships between teachers and students, and also students and students, they're also really important to the whole school as a community, and there's something that's developed continuously from K right through to 12. The other thing that we saw today was really, and I mean the most amazing thing, is that this school represents a really low socioeconomic area. So 75% of the kids come from free and reduced lunch program or use that. 15% of them are in special education. However, at the end of their K-12 program, 100% of their graduates move on to further education, whether that be college studying or some sort of vocational training after that. So it's really a pretty amazing program that they run, and it was really great to be able to see that in action today. A few things that stood out that we thought would be interesting for people to hear about was they have some different scheduling techniques that they use. So for instance, one big one is that in K1 and 2 and 3, the teacher stays with the class that they have and they loop through. So if you have students X, Y and Z in grade 1, in kindergarten, then you'll keep them into grade 1, and the same from grade 2 to 3. So we thought that was kind of interesting. Also their specialist setup there was quite interesting. They have slightly shorter periods, but they have a greater number of specialist activities. So they have music, PE and art like we do, but they also have dance, and they have chess, which we thought was really interesting, developing like thinking skills for kids. So that was a great thing. And they also have a science teacher as well, similar to the way we do. They only do 4 units in their writers' workshop, and they've only just begun in that program, so it's a new thing for them, and they're working with that. The way they utilise their space is a little different to ours. They've really focused on having like shared multi-use spaces, and over having more classrooms. So it's really nice to walk through the building. There's lots of open area where you could take your class, for instance, or it just can be an open area where people can congregate and use that in that way. So that was a great thing to see as well. And the other thing that came out was they had a real focus on community, like I said earlier, but also an international community perspective. So they've done a lot of work with helping with disaster relief in the Philippines recently, in Japan after the tsunami, after Cyclone Katrina, and some other things. And one thing that we did notice was that they really put that up prominently throughout the school, so it can be seen a lot, and we wonder whether that might be something we could probably do a bit better at SAS to make sure people know about the really great things that we do at school too. So it's been a really successful day. There was a lot more that we saw that I'm sure I haven't mentioned here. And like I say, these are really just, we're looking at these as ideas. They're not things that we're going to implement at school necessarily, but we're having a really great time being able to explore the city and see these wonderful schools, and we're really looking forward to being able to come back and share some more information with you very soon. Hope all's good in Singapore, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow.